$169. Pilsen Healthy Home. Odorless antibacterial paint. Pilsen knocks out the air cleaning paint. Be Mulumi Power Race. Ang patuka ng masa. Venom Power Chit Energy Drink with malunggay. Ginuman San Rafael. Ganadong mabuhay. Katips Hot Dog. Amoy na amoy ang sarap. Kids can tell. And Tender Josie. #1 hot dog. Walang katulad. Ito ang TGON Cool FM. Ang iyong himpilan. Ang iyong tahanan.
Ang anghel ng Panginoon ay nagbalita kay Santa Maria.
At siya ay naglihi, lalang ng Espiritu Santo.
Aba, Ginoong Maria, napupuno ka ng grasya. Ang Panginoong Diyos ay sumasa iyo. Bukod kang pinagpala sa babaeng lahat, at pinagpala rin naman ang iyong anak na si Jesus.
Santa Maria, Ina ng Diyos, ipanalangin mo kaming makasalanan, ngayon at kung kami mamamatay. Amen.
Darito ang alipin ng Panginoon.
Maganap nawa sa akin, ayon sa wika mo.
Aba, Ginoong Maria, napupuno ka ng grasya. Ang Panginoong Diyos ay sumasa iyo. Bukod kang pinagpala sa babaeng lahat, at pinagpala rin naman ang iyong anak na si Jesus.
Santa Maria, Ina ng Diyos, ipanalangin mo kaming makasalanan, ngayon at kung kami mamamatay. Amen.
At ang Verbo ay nagkatawang tao.
At nakipamayan sa atin.
Aba, Ginoong Maria, napupuno ka ng grasya. Ang Panginoong Diyos ay sumasa iyo. Bukod kang pinagpala sa babaeng lahat, at pinagpala rin naman ang iyong anak na si Jesus.
Santa Maria, Ina ng Diyos, ipanalangin mo kaming makasalanan, ngayon at kung kami mamamatay. Amen.
Ipanalangin mo kami, o Santang Ina ng Diyos.
Nang kami maging dapat na makinabang sa mga pangako ni Jesucristong Panginoon.
Manalangin tayo. Panginoon aming Diyos, kasihan mo nawa ang aming mga kaluluwa ng iyong mahal na grasya, at yayamang dahilan sa pamamalita ng anghel ay nakilala namin ang pagkakatawang tao ni Jesucristong anak mo, pakundangan sa mahal niyang pagpapakasakit at pagkamatay sa krus, ay papakinabangin mo kami sa kanyang pagkabuhay na maguli sa kaluwalhatian sa langit, alang-alang kay Jesucristo ring Panginoon namin. Amen. Luwalhati sa Ama, at sa Anak, at sa Espiritu Santo.
Kapara noong sa unang-una, ngayon at kailanman, at magpasawalang hanggan.
Amen.
Amen.
Well. It has been a while, isn't it? How we feeling, everybody? It's yours truly, DJ San. Catch me on some of your favorite programs right here on Cool FM. This is your station. This is home.
Mula sa TVH Group of Networks, ito ang inyong himpilan. Ito ang inyong tahanan. #1 sa Mega Manila.
Good evening, Luzon, Visayas, and Mindanao. This is koolNews at 6, where we bring the latest news updates that care for you. I am Kyron as we get into the top stories. A Chinese fighter jet tailed a Philippine Coast Guard or PCG aircraft during a maritime domain awareness flight over Barrio de Masilog or Scarborough Shoal on Wednesday, coming dangerously close to the Philippine aircraft. The PCG's Sena Caravan was intercepted by a People's Liberation Army Navy Air Force, which is PLANAF J-15 fighter jet at about 200 feet above the waters of Scarborough Shoal. PCG spokesperson for the West Philippine Sea, Comrade J. Tarela said in the press briefing in Manila. Tarela also reported that the PCG aircraft was deployed at 7:30 a.m. and the Chinese fighter jet performed dangerous maneuvers for 20 minutes. It was not fixed at maintaining such a distance. Sometimes it transferred to the left side of the aircraft, sometimes it went above, sometimes to the right side, he said. The mere fact that the jet fighter was doing drastic maneuvering without following a safe path made it more dangerous, he added. He emphasized that this was not the first time Chinese forces had harassed PCG aircraft during MDA flights over Bajo de Masilog, recalling previous incidents involving a PLA Navy helicopter. However, he noted that this is the first time this year that a fighter jet has intercepted a PCG MDA flight. Tarela added that he didn't want to speculate whether the fighter jet's aggressive actions were a direct response to Monday's accidental collision between two Chinese vessels in the area. During the flight, the PCG also monitored 4 China Coast Guard vessels, 2 PLA Navy ships, 6 Chinese maritime military vessels, and 2 U.S. Navy ships near Zambales. Earlier, China claimed it had driven away the destroyer USS Higgins from Scarborough Shoal. However, Tarela said the U.S. Navy was merely conducting operations in support of freedom of navigation operations. At 8:20 a.m. during the flight, Tarela said the PCG monitored U.S. Navy ships DDG-76 Higgins and LCS-20 Cincinnati at a distance of 102 nautical miles from Zambales, roughly 30 nautical miles from Bajo de Masilog. So it doesn't mean that the reason why they were not there anymore was because they were driven away by the Chinese warships, Tarela said. He also reiterated the Philippine government's support for FONOPS. The Philippine government is supportive of the freedom of navigation because this is a direct challenge to the illegal 9-line claim of the People's Republic of China, he said. If you guys can excuse me for a bit. The MDA flight was partly conducted to track the whereabouts of the CCG vessel damaged in the air collision, Tarela said. The PCG aimed to confirm whether the ship remained in the area or had been towed elsewhere. He noted that the CCG appeared to have conducted operations the day after the incident, but during Wednesday's MDA flight, it was unclear whether they were still carrying out search and rescue. While declining to speculate on the vessel's destination, Tarela revealed that PCG observations showed 4 CCG personnel on the ship's bow moments before the collision, but none remained there after impact. This is actually the reason why we offered to help them in conducting search and rescue, and we also presumed they were badly injured, he said, adding that the PCG even offered medical assistance. This is a learning experience for the People's Republic of China. For so many years, we have been reminding them to stop dangerous maneuvers and adhere to safety regulations because there is a high chance of miscalculation, he pointed out. This is koolNews at 6. You're still with us. 2 United States warships were deployed off Panatag Scarborough Shoal on Wednesday, days after the collision of Chinese ships there. Comrade J. Tarela, Philippine Coast Guard spokesperson for the West Philippine Sea, said USS Higgins DDG-76 and USS Cincinnati LCS-20 were monitored during a maritime domain awareness flight at a distance of 13 nautical miles away from Panatag Shoal. Earlier, the People's Liberation Army started Theater Command mobilized forces to monitor, issue warnings, and expel the destroyer USS Higgins. Its spokesperson, Senior Captain Hete Chang, was quoted as saying in a Global Times report. However, Tarela cast doubt on the Chinese military's version of events. Tarela said, "I don't think that will be accurate," noting that the U.S. warships were just conducting freedom of navigation operations. The Philippine government is supportive of the freedom of navigation because this is a direct challenge to the illegal 9-line claim of the People's Republic of China, he also said, referring to the claim now updated to 10-line, which was already effectively dismissed by a landmark international ruling. And President Ferdinand Marcos Jr. has urged Congress to swiftly enact the proposed 6.793 trillion pesos national budget for 2026. In the President's budget message on Wednesday, Marcos said the government is on track with its agenda for prosperity and is ready to become a leader among nations, particularly in the Asia-Pacific region. However, while we have recovered from the pandemic, we recognize that there is still much to rebuild and there is still much that can be achieved, the message read. The President emphasized that the government was focused on its collective responsibility to ensure a brighter future for all Filipinos. Marcos said, hence, I urge the honorable members of Congress to swiftly enact this budget. Let us work together to realize the full potential of our nation, nurture future-ready generations, and fulfill our dream of a Bongo Pilipinas. Earlier in the day, the House of Representatives received the National Expenditure Program for 2026 from the Department of Budget and Management. The lion's share of the proposed budget is allocated to education with 928.5 billion pesos, followed by public works at 881.3 billion pesos and health at 320.5 billion pesos. Later on koolNews at 6, from zero subsidy in 2025, PhilHealth to get 53.3 billion pesos in 2026. Filipino seafarer loses job over video of him kissing 3-year-old son. And more headlines right here on koolNews at 6. It is now 6:11 in the evening. Stay along with us. We will be right back. Don't go anywhere.
Pag nanay ka, maagap ka. Unang ehempa lang ng anak. Alam mo na, aagapan mo agad bago lumala ang sore throat o dumikit ang plema. Bigyan siya ng Solmux for Kids. Ang pang-agap sa cough bago lumala.
Unilab yan.
Carbocisteine is the generic name of Solmux. If symptoms persist, consult your doctor.
Dream Car Karaoke po. Tuwing paggising mo sa umaga, kailangan mo ng kapeng gigisingin ka sa tapang at sarap. Kaya lumipat na ako sa bagong kape ng bayan.
Tikman ang lasa ng bayan sa bagong Kapinoy Coffee. Gawa sa purong Arabica at Robusta mula sa pinakamainit na puso ng Pilipinas. Piniling mabuti at inihanda ng may pagmamalasakit.
Tama-tama lang ang tapang at sarap. O mga Kapinoy, subukan nyo ng tikman ang lasa ng bayan.
Tikman na ang lasa ng bayan sa bagong Kapinoy Coffee. If it's coffee, it's Kapinoy Coffee.
Kapinoy Coffee, masarap na coffee. If it's coffee, it's Kapinoy Coffee.
Also available, Kapinoy Coffee 3-in-1 and Pure Creme. Bili na sa inyong mga suking tindahan.
Mga Kapinoy, tikman nyo na ang lasa ng bayan sa bagong Kapinoy Coffee. Tamang-tama lang tapang at sarap ng kape na tiyak na magigising ka. Kaya subukan na ang bagong Kapinoy Coffee. Also available, Kapinoy Coffee 3-in-1 and Pure Cream mula sa FBS Manufacturing Corporation.
I am Dulce, your power singing diva. I am truly honored to be recognized as one of the multi-awarded artists in the Philippine entertainment industry. Kaya I really take good care of my God-given talent. MX3 capsule every day. With proper diet and exercise, kung bilib kayo sa boses ko, sa MX3 capsule, dito ako bilib.
Mahalagang paalala, ang MX3 capsule ay hindi gamot at hindi dapat gamiting panggamot sa anumang uri ng sakit.
Para sa mga minamahal naming biyahero, thank you for choosing Biogesic sa biyaheng ginhawa from headache. Jody Santa Maria po, tandaan, ang headache ay pwedeng makaantala sa inyong biyahe. Kaya sa inyong hand carry items, dapat laging may Biogesic anytime, anywhere. Ingat!
Alagang Unilab yan.
Paracetamol is a generic name of Biogesic. If symptoms persist, consult your doctor.
There's a name that stays in mind. Oh, what's this? Can you feel it racing with the time? Legendary fit, the legendary style. Rowas jeans, as time moves on, the nation shines on. Rowas jeans, a legend on its own.
Roab's Jeans, a legend on its own. Now available in all leading department stores nationwide.
Donnie Pangilinan here. Every day is a new adventure. That's why I armor up with biogenic alcohol. So I can get in the game. Savor the moment.
Food's here, guys!
And feel the vibe.
Best concert ever!
All while staying protected. Armor for adventure with Biogenic. Isopropyl alcohol is the generic name of Biogenic. If symptoms persist, consult your doctor.
In my search for gold, I've traveled far, but the gold I seek ay nasa McDo na! The new Golden Chicken Curry Filet. Curry sauce that's so flavorful and delicious. Wow! Mapapa-extra rice ka! The new McDonald's Golden Chicken Curry Filet. Sulit busog with extra rice. 99 pesos lang. Rice varies. Available from July 15 to October 31, 2025 per GTI Fair Trade Permit number FTEB 230607 series of 2025.
McDonald's, the new Golden Chicken Curry Filet. Available from July 15 to October 31.
Tagtuyo, tag-ulan, tag-init, taglamig. Laging handa ang kapote ni Junjun. Kahit anong season or occasion, always ready ang kapote ni Junjun. Trust Condoms. Pag may kapote, kampante. Kaya taga roon, taga rito, taga saan ka man, dapat laging ready ang sikat na kapote ni Junjun.
Trust Condoms, pang family planning na abot kamay at abot kaya para sa lahat.
Ako si Jigo Manicad, broadcast journalist at news anchor. Ang balita dapat makatotohanan at patas. Ibang tunay. Sa MX3 Capsule, dito ko believe.
Mahalagang paalala, ang MX3 capsule ay hindi gamot at hindi dapat gamiting panggamot sa anumang uri ng sakit.
Araw-araw, MX3 para extraordinary. With alpha, beta, gamma na sangkap nito. Tunay, original at natural na suplemento. With MX3, so coffee and tea. With MX3, it's for you and me. With MX3, dito ako believe.
Mahalagang paalala, ang MX3 capsule ay hindi gamot at hindi dapat gamiting panggamot sa anumang uri ng sakit.
You're still with us right here on koolNews at 6. It is now 6:17 in the evening as we continue to bring you the latest news updates. From an entire year with zero subsidy, the Philippine Health Insurance Corporation, or PhilHealth, is set to receive 53.3 billion pesos in 2026, according to the Department of Budget and Management's proposed National Expenditure Program. On Wednesday, the DBM turned over the 6.783 trillion pesos NEP to the House of Representatives, which is set to deliberate on it next month to craft its own general appropriations bill before the end of the year. The DBM's proposed 2026 budget increases the budget for the healthcare sector by 33.6%, including the allocation for PhilHealth subsidies. Budget Secretary Amanda Pangadaman said the increased funding for PhilHealth would cover insurance premiums of indirect contributors, as well as funding for medical assistance to indigent and financially incapacitated patients. This aligns with Finance Secretary Recto's assurance last July that the government will restore the budget for the country's state insurer, which has expanded its coverage earlier this year despite receiving no subsidies for 2025. The Marcos administration earlier justified Congress' decision to slash PhilHealth's budget by saying it had ample reserve funds that could be used for its operations and healthcare insurance coverage. Several health advocates filed several petitions earlier this year with the Supreme Court questioning the zero subsidy, saying it violated Filipinos' constitutional right to health and the Universal Healthcare Act. A Filipino worker at the cruise ship has lost his job for keeping a video showing him and his wife kissing their 3-year-old son. The video was considered child pornography material by the United States authorities and was used against Romero Samonte. Working as an entertainment activity staff of MV Vision of the Sea, Samonte had to take a leave of absence last year to attend to his mother's funeral. He was on his way back to continue his remaining contract when he was stopped at the airport, accused of processing child pornography material. Samonte said during the hearing of the Senate Committee on Migrant Workers on Wednesday, "Sir, it's about my 3-year-old son. They were questioning why my wife and I kissed him. He recalled it was Valentine's Day and he was kissing his son. But I never exploited it. I never shared it," Samonte said of the video. "How can that be child pornography material? This is my son," he said. To prove his innocence, he said he even volunteered access to his email address and social media accounts. His cell phone was confiscated for a month and the video was deleted before returning it to him. Without a job, Samonte was forced to work as a taxi driver here in the Philippines to be able to support his family. But he still wants his old work back, pledging to be deployed even in Asia and even as a dishwasher. Samonte was just among the many Filipino seafarers who were deported to the Philippines for alleged obsession of child pornography materials. As an investigation by the Department of Migrant Workers, however, revealed that some of those accused of consuming child pornography were not randomly selected by the U.S. Customs and Border Protection. DMW Undersecretary Bernard Olalia said during the hearing they were specifically and definitely and categorically identified. When the CBP boards the ship, they already have the names. They have the names and will go straight to knock on their cabin doors, accompanied by an officer from the cruise ship, he added. Eight Chinese nationals allegedly operating a poker hub inside a residential subdivision here were arrested by agents of the National Bureau of Investigation on Tuesday afternoon. The operation was initiated by the agency after a homeowner's complaint regarding suspicious activities inside a residential property, said lawyer Arcelito Abao, director of the NBI's Southeastern Mindanao Regional Office. Prompt surveillance and verification by NBI agents confirmed the presence of BOGO operations inside a house at Guardian Street, Montclair Highlands subdivision along Diversion Road, Buhangin district here. Seized items from the arrested individuals included 10 personal computers and multiple mobile phones. Abao said operators have been splitting into smaller groups and moving into residential areas to avoid detection following the nationwide crackdown. It has been an emerging pattern in illegal poker activities. There is a need for constant community vigilance and rapid law enforcement response, he added. The 8 individuals, 6 men and 2 women, are now in NBI custody and will be charged with violation of Presidential Decree number 1602 or Anti-Illegal Gambling, Republic Act 9160 or Anti-Money Laundering, and Republic Act 10363 or Expanded Anti-Trafficking in Persons. The NBI SEMRO continues to urge the public to report suspicious activities in their respective communities, including illegal offshore gaming operations. Abao said crimes often accompany them, including money laundering, cybercrime, and human trafficking. The operation on Tuesday demonstrates the NBI's campaign as directed by NBI Director Jimmy Santiago against offshore gaming that undermines the nation's economy and national security, he added. The Bureau's continued commitment to act swiftly on community intelligence, track revolving criminal tactics, and disallow illegal gambling operations to rebrand, resize, or relocate as a way to circumvent the law, Santiago said in a statement. This is koolNews at 6. You're still with us. Transportation Secretary Vince Dizon has warned online selling platforms that if they do not take down sites that are selling beep cards online, they will also be sued by the government. Dizon said this in an interview with reporters on Wednesday after he revealed that they are currently tracking down syndicates ordering beep cards and selling them the items at 300 pesos, significantly higher than the original price of 30 pesos. According to Dizon, selling beep cards online is generally prohibited, even those that are selling at the regular price. That's not allowed. So we're calling on Lazada, Shopee. If they don't stop it, they will also be implicated in this. We will also sue them, Dizon said. So I am calling on Lazada, Shopee, all other online selling sites. If you don't take down these sites, you will be part of the cases. We will involve you in this. We will also sue you, he warned. Dizon noted that the Philippine National Police Anti-Cybercrime Group will crack down on online platforms such as Lazada, Shopee, TikTok, and Facebook to close down online shops selling bead cards. The Transportation Secretary likewise said that they are already coordinating with the PNP and Special Action and Intelligence Committee for Transportation to catch the syndicates hoarding bead cards. These are syndicates that are buying at the stations. We are coordinating with the PNP and our SAICT. We will watch every station to catch these idiots. We will catch them and put them in jail, Dizon said. I am telling you, when you get caught, you will go to jail. So if I were you, I wouldn't do that anymore. You will go to jail. He repeated his warning to bead card syndicates. In the same interview, Dizon announced that an additional 300,000 regular bead cards across MRT3, LRT1, and LRT2 will be rolled out to resolve their shortage. Beep Card will be completing a delivery of 300,000 additional cards across MRT3, LRT1, and LRT2. That is what we have computed as a shortage, Dizon said. By next week, we should no longer have a shortage of bead cards, he added. And with the advent of artificial intelligence, the Philippines Cancer Society on Wednesday said that the organization is pushing for an AI-assisted screening technology for lung and liver cancer to cut costs and promote faster cancer diagnosis and treatment. PCS President Dr. Corazon Nagelangel said that the use of AI-assisted screening technology can determine whether a low-dose computed tomography or CT scan is necessary. Nagelangel said, we can't move forward if it's just a low-dose CT scan because it is expensive. Not many can afford that. Not even the government can afford that for every Filipino who is eligible for lung cancer scan. On the sidelines of the launching of ACT or Access to Cancer Treatment Now program in Quezon City. We go with chest x-ray first because it is cheap. You go with step 1, and if you are tagged with high-risk nodules, then you will undergo a low-dose CT scan. Angel added. Angel mentioned that the AI-powered chest x-ray can cost roughly 50 pesos. Angel also shared the study conducted by the PCS where they used an AI-assisted chest x-ray to 25,000 individuals. She shared that only 1,600 who were found to have lung nodules were forwarded to second screening or the low-dose CT scan. Now for showbiz, Sharon Cuneta has called on content creators to use their platforms positively, quote-unquote, and for the good of others, saying that vloggers and social media influencers are now considered public figures like celebrities. In a recent guest appearance on celebrity chef R.V. Manabad's vlog, Cuneta reminded content creators to always consider the impact of their videos and posts, especially on young viewers. She said, in a lot of ways, that's like being an actor too. When you become a public figure, remember that because many people watch us, we have even just a little influence in their lives. It's difficult when a lot of people watch you and they learn something wrong, especially when it's the children, continued the actress. The megastar noted that for public figures, it is important to extend a positive influence to other people. I hope our influence is positive because life is so short. We have only a little time on earth, so I hope we make the most of it. When we touch people's lives, I hope the way we touch them is positive, she expressed. Cuneta added that while no one is perfect, one must always be open to continuous self-improvement. No one is perfect, but if you make a mistake, you should know how to apologize, take responsibility, and keep working to improve your livelihood and your character, she stressed. Cuneta praised Manabad for being one of the content creators who tries to provide a positive impact on his audience. Ladies and gents, it is now 1 minute before 6:30, and just before we wrap up, starting tonight, koolNews Primetime will be reduced to 25 minutes to give way for 5 nights simulcast from on TVH. Why? Because I have learned that Vibe Nights now start at 11:25 p.m. earlier than 11:30 p.m. as we expected, as I thought it will be. So again, we will be having koolNews Prime Time from 11 p.m. to 11:25 p.m. later before Vibe Nights. And that is all for koolNews at 6 tonight. If you have any news suggestions or feedback you'd like to share, you can contact us at tvh.philippines.news@gmail.com. And join us again for the recap of the news headlines before wrapping up later with koolNews Prime Time at 11 p.m. before Vibe Nights. This has been koolNews at 6. I am Cairo. Coming up next is the Bayan Cuatro Plus 2. We will see you later. Good evening.